truly inspiring. And that, to me, is what I've been doing, focusing my now life work on, going around the country, speaking to hospitals, speaking to wellness centers, and sometimes the message is not well received. You know, I did a speech recently at a children's hospital where there's a big difference in the cancer community. It's a very interesting place to sort of study because it's broken. And these are broken people trying to fix broken people. It's not going to work. So pediatrics, when you get to a certain age, now you're a young adult, there's no world for you. There's no place to go. There's pediatrics or there's geriatrics, and there's not a lot in between. So I'm speaking to a pediatrics hospital, and these people that I'm speaking to are kind of my age. But they're at the pediatrics hospital, and their parents are still sitting next to them, and they're completely castrated, and the parents are raising the hand, and they don't have a voice. And here comes crazy sexy cancer, and they're just like, ah! You know, they're horrified. And I'm doing the same thing that we're doing now, and you guys, like, you're sitting here with eyes wide open, yes, yum, delicious, and their hearts closed, terrorist. You know what I mean? And so I go through my whole story, and I talk about the part equaling the whole, and I talk about the environment. And then there's a panel afterwards, and this lovely, lovely young woman with brain cancer, she raises her hands, and she says, what do you think about cell phones and cancer? You know, I have a very big tumor in my brain. Should I not be using my cell phone? And the head of the hospital said, that's a myth. It's a wives' tale. Use your cell phone. That's ridiculous. And then she looks at me and she goes, and eat your hot dogs too, please. Excuse me? I unleashed a can of whoop-ass. Hot dogs. I mean, that's like the most carcinogenic thing you can say. Say something else, anything. You know, but don't say hot dogs. So, you know, some places are very welcoming. Some people say I'm dangerous. Some people say we don't like, you know, her beliefs and whatnot. And sometimes I feel like that lone person out there. And sometimes I don't want to do it. I'm like, I'm going to be in front of an audience of 2,000 people, and I'm scared. I don't want to say these things. And yet it's our job. Because when we start to learn what this is all about, we have to speak up. And because if we could all give people a workshop called Cancer for a Day, it would get really clear. Just one day of cancer, all of it, the extreme amount of emotion that is cancer. We'd be clean and clear. And so my recommendation to you, before I take a couple questions, is really learn your stuff. Because they're going to ask